Hey, horror fans, once again, it is me, the Horror Mizamani G. Welcome back once again to another episode of the Horror Hangout crew. You know how we do. Today, we're going to be talking about schlock horror films, such as some of the B horror films that came out during the 50s and 60s, Roger Corman films, that excellent trauma films that we saw back in the day. And of course, as always, we have our usual crew. First of all, introducing to my right, the lovely Jen and Christian from Jen's Reviews from the Grave.
Hey guys.
Our fearless leader from the horror corner, Sean Patrick Urshan, and all the way from Ireland, our good buddy Marty from the Trash Picture Show. All right, so basically what we're going to be doing today, we were supposed to be having a guest today, but unfortunately she had a family emergency. She just told me. So I told her, I said, don't worry, take care of your family. Take care of your family. She was, her name was Cassie Hart. She and I have been good Facebook friends for a long time now. She is in the horror genre. She doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she has been on other YouTubers. I think she's been on the the Caveman's channel for a couple of times, along with her and Destiny Faulkner. So I wish her and her family well. Now, I'm pretty sure the next time when she wants to be a guest on the Horror Hangout crew, we'll probably be glad to have her on.
Absolutely. Very cool.
Yeah, but always take care of your family first, Cassie.
Of course.
So obviously, basically, what we're going to be talking about now is we're going to talk about B movies, or the movies that came out in the 50s and the 60s. So Jen and Christian, I want to go to you first.
Okay. B movies. That's from the 50s and 60s. That has a wealth of
garbage.
Well, not necessarily. William Castle. Would he be considered?
Oh yeah, Castle, of course.
Yeah, he would be. I would kind of like the Godfather, and what his whole thing was is gimmicks, and basically the Blair Witch people would copy his promotional ideas. Basically, he was doing that way before we even knew what Blair Witch was. And there was a movie he did, and I'm going to talk about because I fucking love Joan Crawford. And there was a movie he did called Straight Jacket, and it's not a particularly good movie, but you got little cardboard little laxes. Yeah, you did when you got this, and it was just such a cool thing. And Joan Crawford, who actually won an Oscar for Mildred Pierce, goes fucking bananas. And if you've read the book Mommy Dearest, you know that might not have been too much of a stretch for her in real life. But this is a movie gold for me. Like when I'm thinking like B movies, this is one. And it's kind of interesting to see a star of that caliber. Not necessarily, I wouldn't say it was coming down, but people of the time definitely thought it was a big step down. Like she was having to go down to schlocky stuff like that. So that would be one for me. What about you?
Oh man, there's a lot of great garbage and good, but mostly schlocky garbage of the 60s and the 50s. One that I really always have had a fondness for would be the movie Them. With giant fucking radioactive ants. I always really dug the hell out of that movie. I dug it. It feels very different than a lot of the other like 50s monster movies. It actually has kind of I believe some of the production team was actually from like Japanese works, and you can tell because it has a more of a Japanese monster movie feel than an American one. And it doesn't have the whole, a bunch of boring scientists standing in a room talking about the monster for 90 minutes and then 3 minutes of monster action. It has a good balance of both. Yeah,
that's a good one. I wouldn't even have remembered that one. That's a really good. Do you have any others?
I'll probably come up with some more as we go on.
Okay.
All right, Sean, what about you?
Well, I would say probably my favorite of schlocky movies from the 50s would be Ed Wood stuff.
Yes.
Oh yes,
the massive trash.
Plan 9 from Outer Space. Ride of the Monster.
Glenn or Glenda.
Yeah,
Glenda.
I love that one.
Night of the Ghouls. I just watched the other night.
Ooh, good one.
No. I that scene in Plan 9 from Outer Space when the alien just says the humans are stupid.
You're stupid minds.
You're stupid. That cracked me up. I remember when I first watched that, my mom told me, said, "Monty, why are you laughing at?" I said, "This crazy ass here." No, I didn't say crazy ass, but I said, "This crazy guy talking and saying the humans are stupid." All right, Monty. What about you?
I have to go with I love 50s B movies, but one that comes to mind is Fiend Without a Face.
Yeah.
So
Oh, good one.
essentially, you've people being strangled by invisible entities for like 90% of the movie, and then they're like, this is kind of lame. And then fucking the last 10 minutes goes fucking batshit because
Yeah.
they turn some kind of resonator on and you see what they are, and they're brains with spinal columns. And the stop motion is fantastic, but not only that, is the brains are like fucking leaping, strangling people, and some mad fucker, of course, being America, pulls out a gun and just starts unloading on these
Keep fucking
brains,
firing.
and it's so gory. It's like the brains just like, just like everywhere. There's gore. There's brains coming through the chimney. The guy shooting with a fucking pistol. There's another woman fucking wailing on one with a poker, and there's just like all fucking claret going everywhere. It's a brilliant scene. If you haven't seen Fiend Without a Face, it's a must.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. You know, when it comes to the 50s and 60s horror films, especially something in those films that I saw growing up as a horror fan, my favorite is the giant Gila monster.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What
Oh,
did you
man.
think of the musical number near the end, Monty?
Oh man, it just, I mean, it doesn't even fit the whatchamacallit that when you hear that music at the end, like, what the world they come up with that? Yeah, but I remember seeing that film. My brother and I were busy watching this film, and being a little kid, you didn't know anything about Gila monsters, but Sata, Sata, and you know, you see this. I guess they were B-roll shots of a actual Gila monster walking around on the set or some type of a place they had him in, and then of course when he kills them and he has it, all you see this huge handprint coming down on it, coming down on people crashing each other. But it's just one of my favorite films back then. I mean, there are plenty others. The Amazing Colossal Man, the Amazing Shrinking Man, Attack of the Giant Crabs, or
Yay!
then you have Attack of the Praying Mantis,
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
which sort of is a take of Tarantula.
Mm-hmm.
Tarantula,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's just one of my favorite schlock movies. Is the Attack of the Giant Gila Monster.
Yeah.
I can never get enough of that.
That's
How
a good
about
choice.
Monty, I love the fact. Oh, sorry, Sean. Go on.
No, go ahead.
No, just with Tarantula, I love the fact that everyone forgets that's Clint Eastwood's first movie.
First movie.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
first movie. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the jet pilot.
But you don't see his
Sorry,
face.
Sean.
It just has the
Yeah, well, I don't see his
mask on.
face, but that was his first movie,
You
Tarantula.
can tell the tense eyebrows or the like.
And the voice.
Very cool.
Hmm.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Spider. Make my day.
My day.
That would have been
Boy.
a movie.
Go ahead, Tarantula. Make my day.
My day.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Damn it.
Well,
Do
Tarantula.
ya?
Yeah.
You ever
Five,
see
six.
the day of the Triffids? Like the giant plant monster things.
Yeah.
I saw the original one, but if you want to check out a good version of that, they done a newer one. Channel 4 done a newer one in the early 2000s. But check out the one that came out in the 80s. Because that
Yeah.
one's really
Saw
fucking good. The one that came out in
Yeah,
the
it
80s on ITV. If you get a chance, check that out. John Wyndham, brilliant novel. The original movie's kind of hokey, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff. The likes of Walking Dead, and 28 Days Later kind of have their openings to thank for that, because that's the idea of like a dude waking up in hospital and the world's gone to shit. That's
Yeah.
what promoted that kind of idea.
I never thought of that.
Yep.
Hmm.
Very insightful.
Yes.
So now that we got that particular out of the way, what about the schlock horror movies that we saw back during the day? Go ahead, Jen and Christian.
Oh,
So many.
Oh yeah, there's so many.
There's so many. How can you narrow it down? You got anything that comes right to mind?
Oh, not right.
Sis?
There's so many, like you said. There's some. Yeah, but the one that I love, and it might be a little bit. We're jumping timeline wise, but one that I love would definitely be a movie called. It's from the 70s, correct?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, my
yeah.
God, that movie like scares the living shit out of me to this day. I have a phobia. Any person who has a phobia of snakes, and it has a cobra, and it's so bad. But it's one of those movies that every time it's on, I'm just sitting there so compelled by it too. I don't know why. I mean, it's bad and schlocky in every sense of the word, yet it's so good.
And it's also, like Mario was saying, it's one of those movies where you can, like, yeah, it's stupid and goofy, but it is one you can see a lot of later films taking influence, at least from some elements of it. Like you can, like there's the idea of somebody a mad scientist capturing somebody and transforming them into an animal. You got like Centipede, you got
Fly.
you got the Fly, you got Tusk is probably the most blatant example of that. But yeah, even one of the Puppet Masters is basically a like retro Puppet Master is just a remake of Sis basically, but instead of snakes, it's puppets.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
it's just, and I actually, even though there's a scene where one of the snakes gets killed that was a nice snake, and even though I hate snakes, I was like, oh,
Nice snake.
and I hate snakes, but even I was like, oh, that bastard should
I hate
die.
snakes, Gus. I hate them.
Yeah.
I hate snakes. I hate snakes.
That's Jet. What about you, Spark?
I mean, it might be the most cliche answer, but you gotta say Manos: The Hands of Fate.
Oh man.
God.
Yeah, you got it.
The best movie ever made.
It's a cult movie.
It's a cult horror movie.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
You know, God, the master, and Hodor or
Torgo.
Torgo. Yes.
I should know this. I went as him for Halloween.
I know.
Yeah, no, God damn it, Tor. Yeah, that movie's you will never find another movie made by a manure salesman that's so good.
Yeah. From El Paso.
From El Paso.
All right, Sean.
Well, I mean, you gotta mention some of the Roger Cormans, of course. The original Little Shop of Horrors,
Right.
the Terror, and the little Battle Beyond the Stars.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched that the other night. I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious. Freaking John Saxon hamming it up there as the villain.
Yeah.
He's a treasure in every movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's yours, Marty?
It's actually one I guilt tripped Jen and Christian into reviewing ages ago, and
God.
it's totally shit. But I absolutely love it. I thought it was scary when I was growing up, and then I went back and watched it and goes, was I suffering some mental difficulties as a child? Basically, it's called Dance of the Dwarves. You have Peter Fonda and Deborah Rafkin going into the jungle looking for pygmy lizard people. And by God, they find pygmy lizard people. and it's either it's the best acting ever, or he genuinely was sauced. But Fonda is
drunk
like
as hell.
completely off his tits and booze in this movie, and it's just there's this bit where he tricks some guys into like playing Cuban roulette, where he gets them to put 2 bullets into the gun, and then he just shoots them straight out. He's just like, yeah, you fucking idiot. If you get a chance, it's stupid, but it's fun as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think anyway.
But Peter Fonda's good in this. But yeah, he was completely soused. People who have been on the production have said, yeah, he was the whole time.
Yeah.
Great movie.
And it amazes when you actually take a look at the behind the scenes what some of the actors were doing the production and the filming.
Yeah.
I like to think he was method acting.
No, he was.
Oh yeah, method. 6 or
Method.
7 bottles of method.
like meth, crystal meth in it.
Exactly.
Methylated spirits.
No, he was method acting.
No, he wasn't.
One of my favorite movies of this type was a good old movie called Evil Speak
Ooh,
Oh,
I don't know if I've seen that.
that movie's
that's an
awesome.
'80s one. That's one of the '80s ones, right?
Yeah, it's one of the '80s one. What's it? Jerry? No, not Jerry. Darn it, what was his name? Crap. Oh, Clint Howard. Clint Howard.
Clint Howard,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, Clint Howard. Yeah, Ron Howard's. I think it's older or younger brother.
Older.
Older, I believe.
Yeah, older brother. Yeah, a combination of computers and possession. Man, he plays this poor guy at a military school. He's being picked on. No one likes him. He can't even get the girl. And all of a sudden, he starts dabbling in the devil. And I like how they put the devil worshiping and then his computer knowledge and together.
Yeah.
And he eventually becomes possessed by the some guy that was a devil worshiper. He becomes possessed by him, and he gets his revenge on all of them. But it was a decent film.
Okay. We'll check it out. I haven't checked that one out. I'll check it out.
It's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
Haven't
Yeah.
seen that one.
Yeah,
There's
evil
like a
speak.
horde of angry pigs.
Yeah.
Just fucking-
Yep.
Ooh, yay!
Yeah. So yeah, some decent pigs that they get that have some fun chewing on humans.
Ooh,
Mm.
That's
nice
always
pick.
fun.
Good pick.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do.
Oh boy. Let's see what do we have next. All right, let's go to. I'm pretty sure because I see you got those whatchamacallits up there. Got to do trauma.
Yeah.
When you take a look at when it comes to B horror films or schlock horror films, no one's best.
There's so many to choose from.
Yeah.
When you come to with trauma films, it's just you have which one you want to pick when it comes to trauma. So I would see what do you have up there, Christian?
Terrible snake movie and terrible bee movies.
But you're a big fan of Troma.
Oh yeah, like I'm more of a full moon guy, but I do have a very special place in my heart for trauma films. Like I
Kaufman is just
Lloyd Kaufman's he's the modern day equivalent of like Ed Wood with actually some modicum of talent.
yeah, and I like and he a true
Yeah,
maverick when it
I
comes to
guess you could
filmmaking.
say
He's like an actual true. He's a true honest filmmaker, and I will always respect that out of him.
And I hear he's a pretty.
Oh, he's a great dude. Yeah.
That's what for everyone who's ever met him said he's a really cool dude.
Yeah.
His movies are interesting. I always have to go to the one that it was almost a softcore porn. It was I can never
remember the name of it.
I can't either, and I should have looked it up for the thing, and I apologize. I'm not as prepared as I should have been. But there is one that was more fucked up than a normal Troma movie. That,
It was
of
more
course,
serious.
I
It was
really
more
liked.
serious than
Yeah,
anything.
it was Waterworks. I want to say something
Maybe.
like that. I can't remember the exact name of it, but that's the one that, of course, that's Jen's favorite
Yeah.
because it's really.
You
fucked
also
up.
really like Tromeo and Juliet.
Yeah, I do like Tromeo and Juliet because Lemmy.
Yeah, because Lemmy.
Lemmy's
It's
in-
actually a really good adaptation of Tromeo and Juliet.
Yes, anyone who scoffs at that will and rolls their eyes. It actually is a pretty faithful adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, which is one that so my Hamlet is my favorite Shakespeare, but I'm a girl, so of course I like Romeo and Juliet
Mhm, yeah.
because they kill themselves.
Happy ending.
Huh, Marty? That's romantic.
Now you want me to take out that life insurance, Jen. Now you want me to take out that fucking life insurance.
Couple mil at
Damn it.
least.
You got a warped look at romance.
She has a warped look on most things.
Pretty on brand. What about you?
There's a lot of ones I really like Cannibal the Musical. I think is really damn fun. That's the movie that was the first film from Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
That is
But-
fun.
My favorite Troma movie probably is Terra Firma, which is a Troma movie just about making a Troma movie. Lloyd Kaufman basically plays Lloyd Kaufman, and there's murders on the set of this film and of this terrible, like basically softcore porno schlock movie. And it's up to Lloyd Kaufman and the crew to figure out who's the killer. It's really damn fun and goofy.
Very cool.
All right, Sean, what is your favorite trauma films?
I'd say probably Surf Nazis Must Die.
Die.
Yes.
Motherfucker. You took mine. Shit.
And Sergeant Kabuki Man.
Yes.
Uh, oh man, why do people love those? Because I really haven't seen that many trauma films. I've seen a couple, but not all of them. I mean, obviously, I've seen the Toxic Avenger and some other films, class of Nukem High.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
why those?
Anything
Why
can
those?
happen, Monty.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah.
no fucking rules in a trauma movie. There's no taboos that won't be broken in a trauma movie. You can go up, you can
Yeah.
go down, you can go left, you can right. Like
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's the
it's
great
also
thing.
like it's also like a breeding ground for talent and directors just wanting to like figure out what they want to do with their films, because like a lot of people forget James Gunn originated from working with Troma movies, and so
Yeah.
a lot of big name directors actually started out with Troma because it was the only studio that would give them an opportunity to make their movie and get their feet wet in the industry.
Yeah.
I want to change my answer.
What's
Killer Condom.
Oh yeah,
Killer Condom, the French one.
Yeah, that was one they picked up, but yeah.
Yeah, they picked up. God, I love Killer Condom.
Yeah, Killer
we
Condom
did
was-
that for
for-
Gay Pride Week, and oh my God, that is I love that
Yeah,
movie.
Killer
Why
Condom-
they're speaking French in New York, I don't fucking know, but it's awesome.
Yeah,
And the condom is so cool.
yeah, Killer Condom.
Penises.
Yeah, Killer Condom is actually really good. That movie is way better than it has any right to be.
Oh.
Marty, that movie has a meaningful message in
It
it.
does. It actually
It is
really
a story
does.
about tolerance and love
It is.
and condoms.
Seriously, you think you just, but it actually
Love
has a
story.
very deep meaning. I'm not being funny, guys. Like that would
It
actually.
does actually, yeah.
It has a beautiful it's a really
This
beautiful
is a
movie.
peek inside into our date nights, by the way, guys. In case you're fucking wondering.
I know.
I know
if
what
you,
you're in
if you
for,
can
huh?
find some, if you could actually find something serious about a horror film about condoms,
We actually could. They give a beautiful speech at the end. Our main character does about tolerance and accepting people for who they are, but not in a syrupy kind of lifetimey, hallmarky way. It's very down to earth and real, and I was always very moved by that speech. It
Yeah.
would be like one of the top 10 of movie speeches, honestly.
really good.
Because
Like
accepting people for who
thought-provoking.
they are.
creepy Cody agrees with you.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Thank
Good
you.
case, Cody.
Oh man. So Marty, you had to pick another one since Sean picked your movie.
Sorry.
Shit. No, you're okay. You're okay. I'm gonna go with a tried and true classic. I'm gonna go with Toxic Avenger. I mean, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, where can you see a giant toxic waste monster deep frying a man's arms in a in a fast food restaurant, or like a poor kind of disabled blind dog getting blown away with a shotgun and people laughing about it, or just like a couple that gets off to like fucking kids being killed and hit and runs. It's like, what the fuck is this movie?
I love that
And you
part,
know-
Marty.
And you know what, Marty? I sit there and look at that movie and go, yeah, this should have a Saturday morning children's cartoon.
And they
Yes.
did.
I
And they
know,
did.
That's what makes it so fascinating that they actually made a Saturday morning cartoon about
The Toxic
I
Crusaders.
know, right?
I own a
Well,
bunch
well-
of Toxic Crusaders toys.
But at the same
Great.
time, Monty, that was kind of the norm as well. Because keep in mind, we had the
Yeah.
Rambo animated series. We had
Oh, yeah.
fucking RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Yeah.
They
Karate
were
Kid.
releasing
Karate
Alien
Kid.
and Terminator action figures from Kenner. Like, you know,
It's pretty funny when you think about these violent R-rated movies
I
become.
know it's like the
Kids'
toy makers really
cartoons.
understanding how violent these movies were.
They didn't
I don't-
care.
No,
it is.
I
I
RoboCop,
think the
that's,
likes of
like,
Kenner and
brutal.
stuff. I think the likes of Kenner and Galoob and stuff, new kids were kind of like watching these movies and they're like, okay, maybe we can profit from this. Maybe if we make an animated movie or an animated series, like we can make a bit of wonga. Like, you know.
Yeah, well, it
Yeah.
all comes down to the money.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think as long as their parents' credit cards went through, they didn't care.
no.
Little bastards can do whatever they want.
Yeah, so what? This guy can melt guys' arms up. Kid's gonna love it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what kid wouldn't?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd play with them.
Oh man. Now I'm going to go with a couple of actually, which I actually find is fascinating because the original Mother's Day
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
good,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
and then they made it, and then they remade it.
Oh, yeah, they did. With
They re-
Rebecca De Mornay, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
It wasn't
And
too
I-
bad either.
I know. Yeah, and I actually like both the 1980 version and the remake. I actually thought it was both of them were pretty good. Now, the one thing I like is that the remake doesn't copy what the original did. I mean, it's not as ultra violent as you would expect from a trauma film, but
Yeah.
I still like the fact how they did it. Thought it was decent, and I just like how they make Rebecca Romay. She's not crazy. She's just manipulative, and how
Yeah.
she pits those couples against each other.
Yeah.
No, her sons are crazy.
Yeah,
Sons
sons
are
are crazy.
Some people just shouldn't be mothers. Am I right, Sparky?
True that.
Oh man.
Jen could be in the next reboot.
Yes.
Marty and I are thinking of having another one. Isn't that right, darling?
Yeah,
I just want to hear how it talks because it'll have my redneck thing and
Hello, hello, is this my doctor? Can I note myself in for a vivisectomy? Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, Marty. I've already they have a procedure while you're asleep that can make you get the sperm out like that. I've already got some in my freezer.
Hey, Jen, if you put any of my love custard into a turkey baster, I'm gonna be really angry.
Don't.
Well,
Oh, no.
that's-
That's some don't breathe shit right there. Dear Lord.
yeah.
Oh man. Oh, she's gonna hire Stephen Lang to come there.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's Thanksgiving time, baby.
Turkey
Exactly.
time.
Oh,
Gobble,
God.
gobble.
Yeah.
Damn you. No, Geely.
Turkey time. Gobble, gobble.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're right, Cody. Bad mothers do. It does play a part into the whole serial killer thing
Usually,
sometimes. Sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Where do you go on your Wednesday nights?
Denny's.
Oh man. Any more favorite trauma films?
You're kind of a fan.
I really like Poltergeist. Night of the Chicken Dead. I think is also really good.
Yeah.
I think more people need to see Surf Nazis Must Die.
They
I
do.
love
Yeah,
the actress
they
who
really
plays
do.
Leroy's mama. I want a gun that can shoot a honky at 30 paces. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I will mention probably my favorite, but it's not. I guess it's not technically a trauma, but it was released by Troma on home video. The last horror film.
Oh yeah,
that's a great one.
Yeah, that movie's great.
I always
forget
I
I
do
always
too.
forget they put that out. Yeah.
It's pretty schlocky, but it's got some good stuff in there.
Oh,
You got Caroline Monroe and Joe Spinell from Maniac. So.
Yep.
yeah.
All right.
I always forget that one.
That one's great.
I'm glad you brought that one up, Sean, because that one I think is really underrated. It's a trauma movie, but it's not exactly the usual trauma fare. There's
No, it was one they distributed. They didn't make it.
Yeah, but there's a lot. I need to do a thing on that movie.
I'd be interested to talk about it.
Because of that one, there's a lot to talk about with that movie. Actually, that's a good one to bring up, Sean.
Yeah.
Craving something scary like that.
Yeah.
That's my good friend Steven. We actually did a thing about Event Horizon a couple weeks back. He's editing it about that now. He said hopefully it should be up by next week.
The classic.
Oh, nice.
What's that, Christian?
Best of the worst compilation of terrible movies. I own a lot of terrible movie compilations.
I put a lot of stocking stuffers.
I own a lot of terrible movies.
Since you put that up there, Christian, what is your out of that bunch right there? Which one is your favorite terrible?
Let's see what's on here. I mean, so you got so many great ones. You got the Lost Wolf. You got the Wasp.
That's mine.
Dementia 13, the Terror, Atomic Brain that wouldn't die. You got all the brains you could need except for the brain from the 80s. You got Manos. So much terrible in one little package.
So, which is your favorite?
Probably Manos.
Probably Manos.
Probably Manos.
I would definitely have to go with the Wasp Woman. Although the story behind that picture, particularly the lead actress, is almost as interesting. Well, I would say it's actually more.
That movie is terrible until you hear about the actress, and then you're like, well, this is fascinating.
Yeah, because that was meta as hell, because she basically became the Wasp Woman in her later years. She went crazy. You have a crazy, and her son was kind of nuts too. She made him kind of nuts. It's a fascinating story. I love the Wasp Woman. And it's just, the movie itself is so just fun.
Yeah.
It's just a woman obsessed with beauty and will go to any lengths, which is a woman relatable.
I hear that.
So you would actually try to put wasp honey on your face to make you stay young?
Yeah. If it made Marty think, if Marty liked me even better, sure.
You're gorgeous as it is. You don't need to be putting fucking honey on your face. Jesus
And
Christ.
it turns into a wasp woman.
That'll be okay. Marty can buzz with it.
Oh, Jesus. I have to go to bed with like a rolled up newspaper. Get off me. Not tonight. Come on, get the fuck off. Come on, stop.
How would that be any different than it usually is, Marty?
That's a good point. That better be a vibrator.
Oh, hell, Marty.
Oh man. Oh yeah, I'll kill it me.
It's
See
a
that-
great movie.
See, now that Manos movie reminds me of a movie that I saw. I don't know if you ever the thing with two heads.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was decent. I like that
Yeah.
one.
That one's fun. That one's fun.
I got a great schlock recommendation for you: The Warrior of the Lost World.
I've never seen it.
I'm not even
Robert
familiar with this
Ginty
one.
from The Exterminator and
Terminator.
Donald Pleasance.
Ooh.
Donald Pleasance plays the exact same character as You Only Live Twice. Like literally. The same outfit, the same scar in his face, the cat and everything.
Nice.
Oh.
It's like Mad Max meets James Bond or something, but really cheap.
I think they kind of there's a box set, a steel box set, where that's part of it. It's part of the Bronx Warriors collection, where they just got a bunch of bad Italian post-apocalyptic movies, and said, "Oh yeah, they're all connected." It's that, Rats, Night of Terror, and I think Striker, if I'm not mistaken.
I love Rat's Night of Terror. That movie is awesome. That movie is terrible, but it has the greatest ending in cinema history.
Now that's a tall order, Stark.
I love the line where the chick is like trying to get your man to fix the computer. She goes, "You fix this, baby, I'll make you pregnant." It's like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
That's a hot line.
Yeah.
Get right to the point.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm telling Marty when I get off the plane.
Oh
What?
man.
Nothing, darling.
Hello, immigration. I think we have a problem.
She's got a guts.
Oh man. No, I lost my train of thought.
They're gonna stop
Sorry.
you at the border.
I have nothing to declare. Only my love.
Oh man.
I'm a bad influence, aren't I?
Yes.
See, now that we tackled trauma films, now we got to go with the master Roger Corman.
Yeah.
Where do you even start?
Yeah, where do you
Yeah.
even start with Mr. Corman and his collection of films?
Where do you start?
Death Race
Bucket of
2.
blood. Bucket of
Buck-
blood. That's
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a very good choice.
Wow.
I mean, of course, the schlockiest and sleaziest of all of Roger Corman's movies, The Silence of the Lambs.
Oh my God.
It is a Corman production.
It is. Well, a
It
lot of
is a
things are
Cor-
Corman.
Yeah,
Yep, it is a
That's
Corman production.
bizarre.
yeah. That movie's just pure trash.
yeah.
Probably my favorite would honestly be Death Race. I love the hell.
I knew
out of-
you
I
did.
love
I
the
love
original
Death Race
movie.
2000.
Fucking Stallone.
Slumber Party Massacres.
Oh yeah, those are also Corman.
Yep, at least the first two.
Yeah,
I'm
New
not
World.
sure if the third one is.
I don't. Yeah, it is. They all are.
Then-
Because the Cheerleader Camp Massacre movies also are.
Yeah, I would go with the Slumber. Oh,
I don't know if the I don't know if the new remake is also Corman, but I don't think it is. But the other ones are.
yeah, the Slumber Party Massacres are just my wheelhouse. I fucking love them. Marty had never seen them till very recently. He loved them.
They were his favorite movies.
I know you especially love part 2, right, with the guitar guy.
That was the driller killer, Sean. That was the driller killer, and he wore French, and he had a dick guitar, and he drilled women, and he wait, no. You're
Why did he
messing
look
up
like
my-
Andrew Dice Clay?
That's what I was about
Why
to
did
say.
he look like
Dice
fucking
Clay for some
Fairlane?
reason.
Because that was hot. They were trying to go from a bargain bin Nightmare on Elm Street by way of Andrew Dice Clay, and it was hot.
Yes, because when I take a slasher, Danny Zuko from fucking Greece is the guy I'm going to be worried about coming to get me. Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
hey, Marty, he had his guitar and his dick, and they do a crotch shot where he's just kind of thrusting his dick with the guitar in, and it was hot. Like every girl, like just her panties immediately. When we saw that crotch shot and then to his dick guitar, we were like, oh, just take off my panties now. Drill me, baby, drill me.
Hey, Campbell.
It was hot.
I think you need another one of those, Marty.
Yeah, I think you need something stronger, Marty.
Of course, I gotta mention one of my favorites, Star Crash, baby.
Yeah.
Star Crash. Very cool.
Hey, DMC.
Yeah, Slumber Party Massacre too. Hey,
And
I haven't
sorry,
even-
Marty.
Yeah, I forgot. I haven't even forgot about the remake. Has anyone seen the remake?
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the remake's
we
good.
have.
The remake's good.
I have, like, I'm a massive Slumber Party fan. I have issues, but the one thing I will say about this is whoever made that movie was a fan because they drop a ton of Easter. And if you're a big fan, you'll pick up a ton of Easter eggs. There was one even I missed, and then rewatching it with Marty, I was like, oh my God, there's a duck lamp in the first one in the girl's bedroom. There's a duck lamp. And in the remake, there's one too. And I didn't catch it at first. I was like, oh my God, that's awesome.
It also is like everything that the Black Christmas 2019 remake wishes it was. It tries to do the similar thing, but way more effectively.
It's not quite as good as the first two Slumber Party Massacres, but whoever did it was fans. And you love the himbos.
Yeah. I love that. They do a fun parody of the dance and all the girls stripping naked and hitting each in a pillow fight, but instead it's a bunch of stupid frat bros
with rock hard abs. It's not as good as the dude bros looking in and goes, I didn't know girls really did this stuff.
They make a parody of that. Do guys really do this? Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah, but it's not as good because
It's fun.
do
the
girls
remake's good.
Do girls really do this stuff? No, it's because we're dead. This is heaven. I love that line.
Yeah, but I recommend the remake.
Yeah.
One other string of Corman movies I really like too is the Vincent Price Poe adaptions that he did in the late '60s. I think all of those are really good.
Hidden in the Pendulum.
Yeah,
the
Mask of the Red
Raven.
Death, Mask of the Red Death.
Yeah, those are fantastic.
Yeah, those are all really good. Yo, Trenchy.
Hey, what's up, Trenchy?
Hey,
Trenchy.
Now, of course, I can't speak about Roger Corman without bringing up his Fantastic Four movie.
God damn it! I have a legit question. How is that still the best Fantastic Four movie? How is it's been that movie is still the best Fantastic Four movie? How is that possible?
I know that's what makes it so sad. I know as poorly as that movie was, it's still just. Trust me, it's way better than Fan Four Stick.
We don't talk about Fan Four Stick.
the design of Ben Grimm's The Thing is so close to the comics. Yes, it looks clunky. Yes, the costume is a bit ropey, but it actually looks comic book accurate. I think myself and Monty discussed this. To him, and Doctor Doom, they look the shit. They look the fucking proper.
At least they look like
in the comic.
I mean, it looks like they look like what they came from the source material. And again, we won't talk about Fan Four Stick and that whatever you want to call that Doom thing.
No. Just no.
God, Marvel needs to come up with a serious Fantastic Four movie.
Well, let's just hope, since they finally got the rights back to of the Fantastic Four from I forgot, I think it was Sony or
It was Fox, wasn't it?
it was Fox.
I
Fox
think it was
had.
Fox,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has. I think you can buy it on DVD because it was never released.
You can get
released-
bootlegs, and it's also
you can-
on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
so
bobbing around on YouTube still the whole
Yeah,
time.
so you can find it anywhere.
Is it that bad? The one you guys don't talk about?
Yeah, Fan Four.
I haven't seen it.
Fan Four Stick's unwatchable.
No, no.
Supremely bad.
Dr.
mean,
Doom is a blogger. Like,
He's a
what's
blogger.
God
happened
damn
when
it, that's
James
right,
Gunn
he
likes him?
is.
It's blogger in time. Is that what he's supposed to say? It's blogger in time.
Yeah, he's not a ruler of a sovereign land like we know in the source material, but he's a blogger. I'm like,
As a
Blogger in
person,
what
who
the hell?
is a massive Doctor Doom fan, no, just no.
Never.
I mean,
No.
Why couldn't he be a blogger?
Do I need to pull out the essay of all the reasons why Doctor Doom should not be a blogger?
They were trying to market it to a younger generation?
It's Doctor Doom. Why does blogging was out of fashion by 2015?
Doctor Doom is essentially kind of a European villain kind of leader. Imagine if Batman was a supervillain. Doctor
Yeah.
Doom
Okay,
has
good.
all the fucking
And had
gadgets.
his
He's got
own
like a
country.
fucking...
mhm,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Major inspiration for Darth Vader, of course.
because I had no problem with the first two Fantastic Fours. The first one was okay. I had no problem with how they.
Fine.
It was like I said, the first one was okay. The second one was a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
You know,
I like Mike the Chiklis as Ben
Yeah, I was
Grimm.
about to say.
Yeah,
he
like
was
I said,
actually a pretty good Grimm.
he was pretty good. Ben Grimm, I think he did Ben Grimm solid. You know, Chris Evans before he became Captain America, he was okay as Johnny Storm. So I like how they play off each other because that's how they played off each other in the source material. You know,
Yeah.
I thought they were okay. I didn't like what's his name? What's her name again? I can't
Jessica Alba was not.
remember.
Jessica Alba.
I didn't like Jessica
She's
Alba as
not
Sue.
Susan Storm. Yeah.
She's
It-
definitely didn't have anything from Sue Storm from the comics. I think they just cast her
No.
because she looks cute. She's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty
she was
much.
popular at the time, Monty. That's why kind of.
yeah, I know, okay, because she was popular at the time. I think at the time she was just coming off of Dark Angel, which I liked,
Yeah.
you know, but she was just eye candy.
Is that a bad thing, though, guys? Honestly,
For
be
a
honest.
story, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's like I like my superheroines to have some type of character, not because they look great in lingerie.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
50-50 works as well, but they weren't. It was just like 90-10. That's what it was like. There's even a scene where she goes invisible and then reappears, and she's in her knickers in the middle of the street. And it's
Yeah, I
like,
know.
Yeah.
we know what you're trying to do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to say that she can't act, but she looks great in with her panty and thongs out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm okay with it.
Of course you are.
Of course I am.
And I thought the actor who portrayed Dr. Doom, I thought he was okay.
He was better than Blogger.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to think. Did Roger Corman did Piranha, didn't he?
Yeah, he did Piranha.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I
he
did.
did Piranha, yeah. The original Piranha, yes.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Jaws knockoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I think New World also did Alligator as well. So
Yeah.
that's also a Corman production.
But
yeah.
fun
Ooh, I
fact
love
about
that.
the sequel: James Cameron's first directing
Yup.
gig.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Spawning.
Yep.
The spawning.
That's how he met Lance Henriksen.
He worked
Yep.
on the Battle Beyond the Stars too.
Yep.
He worked on Battle Between the Stars and Galaxy of Terror.
And Galaxy of Terror.
Like,
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Galaxy. Yeah, Galaxy of Terror was decent. I like that one.
Yeah.
Very cool.
a great cast. Sid Haig, Robert
Sid Haig.
England,
Yeah.
Joni
Ray,
from
Ray
Happy
Walston
Days.
Ray Walston was in it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My favorite Martian.
My favorite Martian.
Good one.
Hmm. Let's see. All right. Favorite straight video horror movies.
Oh wow.
Oh, there's so many.
I'm literally just looking over at your VHS.
The Children of the Corns.
No.
The Children of the Corns. Fuck
No.
you. There's some good Children of the Corns that are straight to. We've done it.
No.
I can name
No.
you. I can name you.
No.
There's some good ones, guys.
Stop
the
it,
last
Jen.
one we did. The last one we did. You love that one with the bathtub.
That
The
was-
last one. That was good. You
Technically, that was straight to DVD, though.
fuck you. It works. I'm standing up for the Children of the Corns. Some of them weren't that bad, damn it. Now some of them were awful. So I'm not
All of
saying
them were awful.
I'm not saying all of them were awful. I'm saying
You know,
some of them-
I'll say this: most of the Children of the Corn films are just as bad as the Hellraiser films.
no,
We're
no,
not
no,
racist.
no,
No, Mikey. The Hellraiser. I would rather.
Oh, fuck you.
No, the Hellraiser sequels are better than most of the Children of the Corn movies.
No, Stacy Keach, the one with Stacy Keach, guys. I love that one. I legitimately love that, and it had the hottest sex scene in the
My God,
franchise.
dude. No.
I don't care. I'm saying it.
God.
Fuck you all. I'm saying it. I'm going there, people. I'm fucking going there. I
Don't
don't
bother
care.
arguing, or God knows I've tried.
Yeah,
I'd rather watch Howling the Freaks.
I would too.
Yeah, trust me, I'd rather watch
Sean,
Howling
you
2.
fucking high. As
I'd
bad
rather
as,
watch.
as bad as
I'd
that
rather
one
watch-
there. Why don't you just watch
I'd
the
rather watch,
marsupials?
Yeah, watch the marsupials in those.
Marsupials is a good movie, damn it.
I will see you all that bullshit and raise you as Stacy Keach. None of
No,
you can raise
no,
me
no,
as
the
Stacy
Howling
Keach.
sequels are good, damn it. Now
Oh
that,
God,
now
get
that's-
off this hill.
That hill I will die on. The Howling sequels are good.
See, we need to do more Children of the Corn movies.
There's no more to do.
There's
I
that one from Florida.
I stand by what I said a few streams back. Howling is a better franchise than Halloween. I'll say it.
Oh my God.
I'd
just
rather watch
canceled us.
every Howling movie better.
Sean, you can fire him. It's okay. I won't
Wow.
get upset.
Hey, after Halloween Kills, about half the fan base might agree with you.
Yeah, give me Howling 2 Sterber Werewolf bitch over any Halloween movie. I'll take it. I'll take the Freaks. I'll take any of them.
Oh man.
Anyway, straight to video movies.
Let's see. There's so many. God, there's actually a wealth of actually pretty good ones. There's for all the shit that you'll get. Occasionally, you'll get one that's really good. Actually, the Stepfathers.
Yeah,
the
I was actually
Stepfathers.
looking at because of the poster. Yeah.
Yeah, the Stepfather movies are they're not great, but they're actually pretty fun. I would say
I
that.
thought Stepfather came out in the theater.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
No,
first
The
one.
first one did,
The
but
first one
the
did,
others
but
were
the two-
just
the
Yeah, the other
videos.
ones. Yeah.
And I actually thought they were pretty good.
Yeah,
I thought
Stepfather
they were
2
actually pretty
Yeah,
good.
Stepfathers 2 was actually an HBO movie, I think, originally.
Yeah.
Um,
What else we got?
there's a lot. There's one I really like. I'll talk about it again in a little while. Popcorn is one of my favorite slasher movies of all time. I think that movie's criminally underrated. And that was
is.
straight to video.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the Psychos. The one was made for Showtime.
Yeah,
This,
the Psycho sequels.
Yeah.
3 and 4 were.
yeah, and I actually thought those were pretty decent. I know I'm in the lone, especially with part 3, which you all are wrong about. You all are fucking wrong. I'm doing a solo review one day.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But it's great. Fucking Jeff Fahey going
He's
fucking
fun.
insane.
I don't know. There's a lot. I'm sure I'll come back with some more. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone else has some too.
Yeah.
All right, Sean. What about you?
I know it's not a favorite of a lot of people, but I enjoy the Leprechaun sequels.
Oh God.
Marty.
Oh.
Marty.
Sorry,
You hear
Marty.
that one?
Sorry.
Hey, Marty. Hey, Marty.
They make me laugh. I can't.
I know.
out of all the ones to pick.
Oh man. My friend Knight from the Night Watch Zone would disagree with you because he does not like any of the because Eric from Internet he loves
Most
the
people
Leprechaun.
don't.
He loves the Leprechaun films, and basically we've been trying to force when I do my live stream with Night and Deadly Venoms, like we had Eric watch a bad horror film, and then I had to watch The Exorcist 2, The Heretic. We're trying to get Knight to watch one of the Leprechaun films.
Yes. Trenchy, you are right. Part 3 is
You
actually
gotta
really
go with
good.
part 4 right away in space.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one we're doing
Yeah,
this year?
that's the Leprechaun movie we're doing this year.
Which Marty's guesting on.
Marty, you got that in your near future. Aren't you excited? But no, part 3 is
Yeah,
fun.
but I get to do Origins. I get to be on for a review of Origins. Why it's the best.
Oh yeah.
DMC says Leprechaun 3 is classic.
Yes, it is.
Oh no, Soulless Trenchcoat said that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Trenchy.
Yeah,
Your DMC likes 2 a lot.
yeah. DMC say he likes 2 the best, and 3 was the second best for me.
3 is the best. I will fight anyone on this matter.
Marty, besides Origins, which one's your favorite?
Yeah, what's your favorite? Marty, what's your ranking of every Leprechaun movie?
My ranking is to put them into a barrel and set them on fire.
Oh man.
But Marty,
Seriously,
come from the
my
island of
all-time
the
favorites though would be Trancers. I love Trancers.
Oh
Oh,
yes.
Trancers.
I wish I
Trancers
got.
are
I
good.
wish I had
Trancers
my
2.
poster. Shit.
And Return of Jack Death.
Yes, I have a giant
the
poster
line-
for Trancers 2. I love Trancers 2.
Sean, the bit where fucking they nearly get blown up with a fucking
watermelon.
a big
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's a ham.
Well,
It's a ham.
Oh, you're right. It's a
Not
ham.
Next time someone throws you an exploding ham, I'm
Yeah.
gonna pass the mustard. I mean,
Mustard.
yes, that didn't work, but it does.
It's so good. I love Trancers 2. I have a giant poster for Trancers 2. I love that movie.
And you're proud of that.
Yes.
I wonder what Helen Hunt thinks of those nowadays.
I bet she loves them.
It's work. It's work. What about Tremors for you?
Oh yeah, the Tremor. I like. Well, most of the. Yeah. You're right. Those were. Yeah, I love the Tremors movies. I think all of those because only the first one. Yeah. I love the Tremors movies. God damn it.
The first 2 were pretty good.
It's like Amityville in here.
It is like Amityville in here.
Oh,
The
you want to get
Amityville
into
movie?
some
Oh.
bad movies?
No, we're not talking about Amityville. We're never doing Amityville.
But
Damn
what
it.
about the
Oh.
vibrator
We
one?
might do the vibrator one, but I'm not doing any of the other ones. We're not doing the clock one. We're not doing the dollhouse. We're never doing Amityville.
What's the
Oh,
incest
come on.
one?
2.
Now they're just naming any movie Amityville. It's like
I
the
know.
Amityville Clown, the Amityville Shark. Like,
Yeah,
what the
no,
hell's
I
going
just-
on?
And I just
Fuck
did the
you.
High five, Trenchy.
Yeah, because actually I did a review for Wild Eye Week for the Amityville Exorcist,
Oh god.
and I just saw a trailer for the Amityville Undead.
Yes. I sometime before.
Zombies?
Sometime this
They
month.
just slapped
Sometime,
the name Amityville.
yeah,
on anything.
sometime there was like 3 Amityville films that came out this year, and I got to watch them for end of the year list. And
Yeah,
we got
because
we got Amityville Moon, which is a werewolf movie for some reason. You got Amityville Scarecrow. It's about a scarecrow, and God damn it, fucking Amityville. God damn it. And Amityville Vibrator, of course.
I want to do that one.
Yeah,
And
Because of-
the regular franchise alone is how many are there now? Like
Oh,
14?
those are part of the regular franchise now. The
Yeah.
They
werewolf
are?
one and the scarecrow. Yeah, the vibrator one isn't, but the werewolf one and the scarecrow one are officially part of the Amityville franchise. This franchise is this is dumber than the witchcraft franchise.
How does the house possess the moon?
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, but I got to. Hey, it's been a good year for werewolf movies. Maybe this one will be good too.
The name Amityville, I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably
because it's good because it's public domain. So all you got to do is just put the Amityville on it and call it anything else. I
Yep.
mean, now of course this darn, it loves
Yeah.
it totally
What
loves
is that?
that
The
list.
cat?
It's the
Amityville dog.
there we go.
Oh man, no, what they because basically because just like the one I watched for Wild Eye Week, what they did was they start with this guy who kills his family, just like the guy who was in the film.
Yeah.
Suppose killed his family because he said the demons told him to do it. So basically, what they did was that the guy supposedly renovated some other guy's house with wood from the house.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's
And-
like the dollhouse. God damn it.
Yeah. Hey, look! They did an Oculus one where they had someone supposedly bought a mirror.
Yeah,
was
you're
supposed
right.
to-
Amityville Mirror or something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Christ.
I do remember that.
Is this a film series or a series of Goosebumps books? What the
I
fuck?
know, right?
Yeah.
No, it's just like
Evil escapes.
most writers, if they want to make a horror film, and they just have to put the Amityville on and just make it something to do with the house,
Okay.
I
or
still
not,
want
or
people to
not,
move.
or put it this way, or just call it Amityville Shark and just have the shark have something to do.
They had one,
Christ.
didn't they?
Yeah, they had one. It's called Amityville Shark.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's real good.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
How does
that is
No,
me?
it's not.
That is me lying. I am a liar.
what? How? How does a shark become possessed by a house? Did they keep it in the bathtub?
Yes. Yes, they did.
God damn it! I'm asking a legitimate question.
Amityville cop, Trenchy's right.
Yeah.
Terrible main.
How do
cop.
women become possessed by a shark in Shark Exorcist?
Oh, God.
We don't
Yeah, I was
talk
about to
about
say-
shark. We don't talk about Shark Exorcist, Marty.
That movie broke me.
Even I have limits. I gotta
It
send that to
broke you.
Fiend. I still gotta send
You
that over.
guys.
Oh man.
Oh, I still gotta send that copy.
I mean, I didn't even have to see that movie, and I said, "No, they're really going there." God,
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
I done
I
a
could-
bit of
I
a
could
deep
take-
dive into the director, and apparently he is a thing for women having seizures in his
Yep.
movies. Like every one of his movies at least has two or three women having a seizure. I suppose fucking kink. Fucking hell, man, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I mean, I could take a priest
yeah.
transforming into a velociraptor. I could take that.
God
That's in the realm of believability, right?
Yeah.
That's some awesome shit right there. That's what that is.
Velociraptor.
Oh, the Velocipaster is actually good though.
Oh
No,
my God.
Unlike
That's what I
Shark
said.
Exorcist, yeah.
yeah, like I said, I could take a priest transform into a velociraptor. I could take that, but I can't take a goddamn shark. I said, no. That's
No.
just
That was so bad. That was
Oh.
the worst movie.
Weird.
I got a cursed fiend with it now.
He's gonna have fun with that, huh?
Yep, that's my Christmas present to him this year for giving us that terrible Bigfoot movie this summer. That's payback.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Well, one of my actual favorite directed videos was what was it?
Yeah,
I think it was
that
Psych.
was
Wait a minute, make sure. No, not that one. I think it was Maniac Cop 2.
yes. The Maniac Cop movies are
That's a
great.
good
Yeah.
one,
Yeah, Maniac Cop's good. Yeah, because I like that one. I like that one. Maniac Cop 3, that's when the series kind of died right there.
It's
Mm.
better than more some. It's better
Yeah.
than either of the Psycho Cop movies.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, because
Say much.
I haven't seen any of the cycle. Is it that?
They're
Are they
bad.
that?
They're not. Have you seen Maniac Cop?
Yeah.
Then you've seen Psycho Cop.
Oh, damn.
only half the budget, and then split that half into another half, then divide it by 10.
Darn.
That movie nearly didn't get made because of Claudia Christensen. She never disclosed she was pregnant at the time. And there's a scene where she's dragged along by the car, a taxi cab that's on its rims. And she fucking miscarried on the fucking set of the movie and they had to pay out.
Ooh.
And she had kept on arguing with Robert Davi throughout the movie. And then Davi turned around when she came back to set and goes, maybe now you won't be such a hormonal bitch. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Davi.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's another good one is Pumpkinhead 2.
Yes.
Yeah, Pumpkinhead 2 is
Wings,
pretty good,
yeah.
actually. Yeah. It's better than Pumpkinhead 3 or 4.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That's not a hard. That's not a high bar, but it's better.
I always forget the.
One with Punky Brewster. So they mean try.
Yeah.
You just see anyone see
Monty,
the
have you
series?
seen the movie? I don't know because it's a bit because when stuff that might have come out in cinema there when kind of ended up straight to video. But there's a great movie with Rutger Hauer called Split Second, where he plays a cop in the future of 1999 London, and he's after Satan that might be a mutant of a serial Satan. It's either Satan, a mutant rat serial killer, or Satan in the form of a mutant rat serial killer.
Yes, I do remember that.
I might have seen that one because it sounds familiar.
That's one of those ones there in like the huge giant VHS box.
Yeah, the big boxes. Yes, I collect big boxes.
It's awesome. If you get a chance, it's like if Blade Runner and Alien had a baby, but they only had half the budget, so they spent it all on Rutger Hauer. It's fun. It's a fun movie.
I rented so many horror pictures back in the day from Earl's video store, so I probably would have seen it.
Yeah,
I have because I love Rutger Hauer.
Yeah,
I'll watch anything with him.
Definitely.
I'm trying to see anything else in here.
Except maybe Argento's Dracula. That's pretty.
No, we don't
That's
talk
pretty
about
rough.
Argento's Dracula.
Why not?
Do you want to see Dracula turn into a giant praying mantis?
It's kind of cool.
Do you want to see Argento's daughter not act?
She's not terrible. She's
a better director than she is an actress.
Kind of like Coppola's daughter.
Yeah, kind of like Coppola.
It's the same thing as Coppola.
Just give her a 17-year-old to have sex with, and she'll be
yeah, there's that too.
Oh man.
The Mangler 2. God damn it.
They got the Mangler 2.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's not the most pointless. It's not the most what the fuck sequel to a Stephen King film.
I like that story, damn it.
I like the Mangler fine, but like why does that have a sequel? It's not as weird as the Sometimes They Come Backs, but
now see that makes more sense to me.
The only thing I enjoy when I get from those movies is
Sometimes they come back again.
It's how they stretch the titles. Sometimes they come back again.
It's like,
sometimes they come back
in the Antarctic, and they try to make it out like it's John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
So sometimes they come back 3 or 4.
Yep, that's 3. That's sometimes they come back once more.
I'm like, how many more times can they come back?
A lot. until they stop making money.
That's the true killer.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys saw the Feast films.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
I saw the first one anyway. I didn't see.
I saw the first one. It amazes me because there was a show on HBO called Project Greenlight that was Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck. They were trying to make movies with their production company. And unfortunately, the first 2 movies didn't sell very well. So unfortunately, on the 3rd season, they decided we got to make money. So they decided to create a horror film, and Feast
was the film.
Feast was the film.
The baby.
You're evil.
I am evil. I'm that sick fuck who laughs at Inside. Oh, though.
Yeah, you don't give the Centipede 2 a chance.
Different reasons.
Don't look at me like that, Marty. Don't judge.
No, if I'm not mistaken, you did see Freak, right, Jen?
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
I think I know. Marty, have you ever seen Freak, Feast?
I've seen Feast, but I haven't seen Freak.
Oh, Feast. No, Feast. It's called. Damn it! Why am I getting these confused? Yeah, Feast.
It's easy.
Yeah, Feast.
Yeah, the first one.
Oh, Feast is the one with the monsters attacking the bar, and Jason Mewes gets his face ripped off.
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yep, that's the one.
That's the one. And the
Yeah.
baby. Don't
And-
forget
Yeah.
the baby.
Don't forget the baby.
Is that wait? Is that where the one of the little creatures comes out and it starts humping a moose head? And then
Yep.
they use it.
Yep.
Then they use the biker chick as bait, and it starts fecking her head. And
Yup.
it's like, whoa, yeah, I remember that. But yeah, that's a weird movie. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
I just got that on Blu-ray recently, actually.
It's pretty fun, actually.
Hey,
Fun
Anthony.
movie. No, Anthony.
Hey.
And yet they never ending story.
It's finally ended.
The never ending story about
It took Jack Black to kill that.
Through the power of Jack Black. Yeah.
Oh man, I was reminding myself of all these movies that came out on direct to video, and just
Yeah.
reminded me of all these movies that I rented to the video store. Oh
no.
no, because when you mentioned Dracula, that brought up Dracula 2000.
Oh,
No.
Oh, no.
We've talked enough about Dracula
You
2000.
know what? People give that movie a lot of shit, and I enjoy it because there's like a bit where one of the what is it? Somebody tries to use a Bible to protect himself with it from Dracula, and Dracula just grabs it and fucking tears it in half. He's like propaganda, and I'm like, yeah, I like this Dracula.
That movie has some ideas I like. I like the idea that Dracula's Judas. I kind of like that idea, but man,
Yeah, no,
the
yeah.
execution overall is just not great.
And
No.
you got Sexy 7 and 9 playing a vampire as well.
Yeah,
That's
no,
true.
yeah. I said, "Wow, Jerry Ryan's in this one." And I'm like, "Oh, wow, this is not good."
Oh.
Well, it's
There
not
goes
good.
her movie career.
And when you get into that's nothing compared to the sequels. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the sequels are. They thought that was bad. The sequels were worse.
Yes, they
There's
are.
one set in space as well, isn't there?
There is.
Yes. There's
That's
one in
Dracula
space.
That
2000
3,000, Dracula
The
3,000.
3000. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Dracula
Casper
goes to
Van Dien
space.
or some shit.
Because that's what Bram
It's
Stoker
a
wanted.
law of horror. If
Yeah.
you're out of ideas, just send them to space.
Space. We'll
You
send
and your
we'll send one of the greatest monsters ever created. We'll send him to space.
Yep.
Just like Bram Stoker wanted.
Yep. Just like, hey, when Bram Stoker was sitting there writing that, Marty, you're Irish. You know about Bram Stoker. Would he not have been sitting there writing Dracula and going, "This should be in space now"?
He probably would.
Yeah.
He suffered from TB part of his life, so he's probably fucking not. Anthony would probably know. Anthony's a big fan of fucking Bram Stoker. But no, yeah, fuck it. He's like, fuck it. I'll put him in space. I'll put him on the moon.
Yee.
Moon pyres.
That's where you get the bat in the moon, huh?
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh man. Hey, look, if they put it this way, if they get a Jaws in space with the
I would watch that movie. We've been over this. Every movie gets enhanced when you set it in space. Cannibal Holocaust in space would be better. Jaws in space would be better. Every movie would be better if it was in space.
Mhm.
Mhm,
You,
yeah.
you know the reverse irony of depleting horror is like
What's up,
horror
Dan?
movies that start on Earth and end in space are like fucking shite. But the Alien franchise, when it takes place on fucking Earth, that's when that turns shite. It's like Alien
Yep.
versus
Yeah, it's the
Predator.
opposite.
That's true. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The space shark.
No.
Keep your xenomorphs in space and your slashers
Yes.
on Earth. That's all I
Absolutely.
But Marty, if we didn't send our slashers to space, we wouldn't have Leprechaun 4.
Oh, God damn you.
That's my favorite one.
Jen,
Yes.
you have to leave the boy when you come over.
Okay.
He can fucking
Okay.
he can fend for himself.
Okay. I can bring Jake, right? Jake still can bring.
Yeah, Jake's one of the good ones. You can bring Jake.
Okay.
You can bring Jake.
Jake's my good son. Like Macaulay
Does that make
Culkin.
me Macaulay Culkin?
No, I think that makes you Elijah Wood.
I'm okay with this. I get to become like a pretty big horror dude. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Not to go off talking. Who actually saw that new Home Alone movie?
No.
I've seen previews and I've seen people do reviews of it. I know the kid does a parody of fucking Scarface with M&Ms instead of cocaine, and I was like, "Oh my god, no!" No. God damn it, no.
I hope it ends.
Bad.
I hope it ends. Like Scarface.
That movie's been trashed. I mean, everyone's trashing that movie.
I've heard that.
Have you seen it? Have you seen it yet?
No, I
No.
really had no intention to see it. I get why people love Home Alone.
I don't.
I was about to say I didn't get the movie at all. I guess it wasn't made for me. I don't get it. You know, I really didn't. I didn't see anything funny about a kid that's stranded at home and two bumbling nitwits can't do anything. None of that. I guess that's just not my type of humor. But I understand why people love it. That's good. But enough is enough. You can't do.
All right,
Chance.
yeah.
Home Alone in space. Yeah.
Make it happen.
Home Alone in space. Okay, I would watch Home Alone in space.
We left Kevin
There's only one trap.
How did I end up in space?
Harry and Marv press the button and they get sucked out of fucking airlock and that's the movie over. So it's like,
I'd watch that. Fuck yeah, I'd watch that.
Are we doing that?
No, we're not. We review horror movies, sweetie.
Oh, I know, but just to change it up a bit.
We'll change it up by not reviewing it. How about that?
I've got all that extra cocaine from the Congo
You know what, Christian? I would just love to hear you trashing anyway.
God damn it.
You know I love hearing rant videos.
God damn it, we'll see.
Could be your gift to the horror community this Christmas.
God damn it.
Hey, look, if a guy who can rant on the screen films, he can rant on Home Alone.
You can wear your Christmas cat sweater.
Oh no.
That says meow, Merry Meow.
Enough Christmas. Enough.
That sounds
Christmas.
awesome.
It's a real thing. I got it at a thrift store
It is
for
a real thing. I'll be wearing it for fucking 12 days of Christmas this year.
And he's got a suit. You got your suit.
I got my suit too. Oh god damn it. I hate Christmas.
have any of you guys watched the YouTube video of the trauma surgeon watching the first two Home Alones and he's like, Jesus
Yes,
Christ,
those things are hilarious.
Yeah, this guy's pancreas is destroyed, kidneys are now in the back of his scrotum. It's just, what the fuck?
They would be dead, correct?
Yes, they would be dead 7 times over.
How dare you say that?
This is why people suspect that he grew up to be Jigsaw.
No, Anthony. I actually kind of consider that an insult.
I see it.
No, I don't think that can be termed as Home Alone in space. No. Oh man.
God. It's still, I'm sorry, guys. I'm still on that fucking little bastard, profaning the goddamn Scarface scene. You know how much I fucking love Al Pacino.
I hope it ends like Scarface.
I just, that's wrong. Like, you just want to go and shoot up Disney, right? Just leave Scarface out of your fucking Home Alone movies, you
Wait,
fucking
hang on
bastard.
a second. I need to look something up. Is Tony Montana technically a Disney princess now? I haven't thought of that. Is Tony Montana a Disney princess? Who owns Scarface?
When you wish upon a star.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That would.
Okay. You want to wish upon that? You want to wish upon that? Here, wish upon.
I never liked Ariel.
We deal enough drugs. We have a whole new world, a brand new sky to
God
see.
damn it.
Oh my God! It was Scarface is owned by Fox. Tony Montana is a Disney princess.
Oh fuck me!
Oh man!
Damn it! Fucking leave Scarface alone. That's like a treasure. Fucking Disney bullshit. Get your goddamn Disney out of my cocaine movies.
Now we can have Tony fight the Avengers.
No.
He can be the new Kingpin.
Fucking. God damn it. God damn it. Leave fucking Scarface alone.
First you get the Infinity Gauntlet, then you get the stone. Yeah.
Damn it. Fucking bastard.
Hey, Manny, shoot that.
Fucking Disney pieces of shit. I fucking hated Disney as a kid and I fucking hate them now.
Oh, man. What the hell were we talking about?
I don't know.
Fucking cockroaches. He's just there.
In the glass slippers.
Hey, Stark. Here's what I think of you, bitch. Ah.
Although that would be my favorite princess.
He would be the best princess. Oh, what the hell were we talking about again?
I don't know.
I
Home Alone. Home Alone.
yeah.
We got rid of a Home Alone.
I don't know how we got here, but I'm okay with it.
Does Home Alone become schlock now?
I think it always was.
Yeah.
No, because we were talking about something else, and Home Alone just hit me, and then of course then they got a commercial where the main actors from Home Alone, the original Home Alone, and Kevin Hart in a commercial together.
Yeah.
And don't they have the original Buzz back in this movie?
Yeah, he's like playing a cop or something now.
Yeah.
They couldn't get Macaulay because he said no. Macaulay has some integrity.
And that's pretty bad when you can't get Macaulay Culkin, who hasn't done anything in like 20 years.
I actually like
Red Letter Media, but he won't star in the franchise that launched his career.
Nope.
I know, because he was actually pretty good in American Horror Story in the first part. I did like him in that first part of the show series.
Yeah,
you know.
And his brother's really good too.
Rory Culkin's a great actor.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about something serious.
Okay, serious people. Serious.
When do we do that?
Now I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's been some changing going on when it comes to slasher horror films. We seem to be getting more diverse when it comes to slasher character tropes. We're not seeing the typical, the final girl, the bitchy bitch, or the stone guy, or the token black guy. We're actually seeing some different tropes when it comes to horror pictures. So, Jen and Krista, I want you to tell me what do you think about this new change in horror tropes, and will we actually continue to see it more and more?
I think so. I don't think the horror tropes as we know it, like all the ones you just mentioned, are going to completely go by way of the dinosaur.
Oh, yeah.
I think we'll see them less and less, but I think they'll always be. And then they'll be kind of like what Halloween 2018 did. There'll be fan service.
Yeah.
Like people will be like, I'll be like old one day. I already am there. And like when I'm in my 80s, they'll be doing stuff that's now, and that's going to be considered tropey. I guess everything kind of has a season and a reason and comes around.
Yeah.
What have you noticed changing about
well, I just kind of like Marty said, I'm noticing we're getting a lot more interesting and diverse final girls, which I'm really appreciating. Like, honestly, like one of my new favorite final girls is actually from Fear Street. I really, really like her. The actress is great, and I really enjoyed the character and her whole dynamic with her and her girlfriend. I think it was really unique and kind of the heart of the whole movies, and it's what I really enjoyed about them. I've noticed with slashers especially, we're really getting a lot more, they're becoming a lot more, they're there for a body count, but we also can actually give these people development and flesh them out as opposed to just give them one-note personalities and kill them.
Yeah.
I'm really appreciating all that because I'm a big character guy. So
yeah. Oh God, that one, another one that, and it was, I didn't like it, but I liked it.
What Keeps You Alive?
Was
no. Which one are we talking about?
God, I can't. What was it? The one? God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm stalling. I'll let someone else go
on, and we'll talk. We'll figure it out.
I'm trying to think.
Right.
Sorry, guys.
Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, I guess you don't see as many of the brainless bimbos running around who can't act their way out of a paper bag, just waiting for the slaughter.
I hope that doesn't completely go away, because there's something to be said for that. It's fun.
Well, actually, to go back to it, I like how the Slumber Party Massacre remake actually does that. Because initially you think, oh, these are all just token one-note characters that are just basically replicas of the original, and then the movie does a cool twist on it where it reveals, oh no, they're all playing characters specifically to try and trick the killer, so they're actually really smart and know what they're doing. They've plotted this out very well. It's just they're playing. One of the characters literally goes, why do I have to play the stupid one? I'm going to Harvard next year. You're actually getting kind of fun reversions of that. You can kind of we're getting a lot of loving fun, poking a lot of fun lovingly at those kind of tropes.
Yeah. That's a good point. But then you also notice, and I don't mean to hog everyone's time, but I do notice that there are some people who do not like this. Like they'll say that, like when movies like kind of I've heard woke, like that's like a thing now. Like these
it depends,
and so some people don't like this.
Well, it depends, but it depends on how it's handled as well. Like something like Black Christmas, I can see them making that argument a lot more easily than something like, say, like when people made that argument about Fear Street, I was rolling my eyes into the back of my eyes, like, no, that's just her character.
Yeah, she just happens to be.
Yeah. Whereas something like Black Christmas, it's just that's the only facet of the character. Whereas Fear Street, no, she just happens to be a lesbian and is having a turbulent time with her and her girlfriend while these slasher killings are happening.
Yeah, good point.
Another movie that I thought of The Boy Behind the Door, because that movie subverts, or did mine, because of because basically The Boy Behind the Door, they kidnap kids, and you find out something about the actual person kidnapping that like shocked me, and it was a gender reveal basically. And even though women do horrible things too, you don't see it very often, and I think that's why I liked the movie as much as I did, because I was yeah,
that's one of the reasons why I really enjoyed that movie was because of the reveal of the killer. Is something that you wouldn't expect, especially when it comes to kids. And the kids. So that's why I really not only just because of the performance of the two kid actors, they actually did a pretty good job. They were fantastic. But that twist, that's really probably going to be in my top 10.
It is mine. It is. It's very high on mine. And I love that. And the movie's smart because it's not unheard of. You just think, and I think women are just like, oh my God, even worse than if men do it. But they happen. But you don't ever think about it. We always just think of men, and it kind of brings back home that hey, women can be just as vicious as men, and they're even more despicable if you ask me, because it's our job as mothers to protect our children at all costs. Not to say that fathers don't do it too, but we carry these for 9 months, so it's a different dynamic.
Well said.
Thank you.
And I just noticed someone not getting as many one-dimensional characters, like Monty said. Like you don't get the guy that's just the over-the-top, straight-up douche.
You guys hear me?
Everything that comes out of his mouth is
we can hear you, Monty.
You want him to die. The more layered characters, like normal people, not like one-dimensional.
Yeah.
But we were also talking. They still don't go very far enough, because we were talking how many native characters
you guys were talking about that a while back on the stream,
or women characters like in the industry. There, it's coming along far, but there's still, like, we were trying to think, because for native actors and stuff like that.
There's one native horror movie that's made by a native actor and it came out last year, so it's slow, but we're getting there.
And the LGBTQ, now we're starting to see a little bit of that in it, but it's still not as common as you would think at this day and age.
Not like massive mainstream stuff. It's like Netflix stuff or in the independent scene of stuff like Bit.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad that we're in 2001 and still that's not. That should be something that shouldn't cross anybody's eyes, as long as the character's interesting. That shouldn't make any difference.
Yeah.
So we're getting there, but we still got a ways to go, I think.
Yeah.
If so long as it's done organically and cohesively.
Yes,
exactly.
I do think that it's important. It is very important to progress in like acceptability and tolerance and stuff. That is the keystone, I think, of what we should be as a society. But don't do something because you're trying to kind of fill in a topic of the week or kind of an agenda. Like a studio agenda. Agenda.
Yeah.
Do it because it works for the story. Work it into the story. Have it ironclad. Or if you're going to do something, if you want to kind of do something that kind of lampoons that. Like, I watched it there recently. I haven't seen it. I've never heard about it. But Final Girls. Have any of you guys seen Final Girls?
Yeah, Final Girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really funny. And it's just like, it just pokes fun. It pokes fun, but also shows kind of reverence towards the kind of old school slasher genre. Maybe I'm wrong, but
no, that's a good point. That's a good one to bring. I didn't even think to bring up that one.
Yeah, that's actually a really good one to bring up too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good one. And Marty's right. But the one that we haven't seen yet, Antlers.
Yeah, Antlers.
I've heard a few people who have seen it. I've watched reviews and stuff. And other than Graham Greene, we don't have anyone that's
it's
Native
taking
American.
native folklore, and it's directed by a white guy with mostly white actors.
Yeah, so there is a bit of a problem because it should be like being that our family has
better to tell the story than the ones who are familiar with it.
The only other one I can think of is the John Landis.
Yeah, Dear Women.
Dear Women. Yeah, and go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Marty. Go for it.
No, just like I know it's not a slasher, and you're probably guys all typical. New Predator movie. It's going to have a Native American setting, Native American actress, Mid Thunder. I forgot her name, her first name, something Amber Mid Thunder. She's in it, and she's going to be hunting the Predator. I was hoping, because they originally said it was pre-colonial America, but now it's set in the 1700s, and my history isn't 100% good. But
yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now, Monty.
So it's called Prey, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's called Prey, and it's set in the 1700s. And I was hoping for something more along the lines of Apocalypto, but I guarantee you there's going to be like a couple of white dudes and fucking fur hats, raccoon hats turning up, getting killed by the Predator. It would have been just interesting to see like an all-native cast, but I don't know. If it's like a lot of people, two of the guys who worked on it said it's the Revenant set in the Predator universe, so that has me.
That could be interesting. That'll be fun.
That'll be good.
I'm just annoyed about the cert, and I'm annoyed that it's not going to be getting a cinema release.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's gonna suck.
That does, but we're starting to see things, and I hope eventually we're gonna get a little bit more diversity in our horror, because there are certain aspects that we've talked about before that are kind of sorely lacking. But I also hope that our old tropes don't go away. I love a good dumb bimbo running in the woods in her high heels as much as anybody, and that might make some women might go, "You hate your." No, I don't. I just think that's what I grew up on. It's cool.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I think a lot of people who get upset over this stuff don't really get. It's not that It's not that I want this stuff to be replacing it. I want both.
Incorporated.
Yeah, there's in my opinion, there's a place for both the generic like Friday the 13th style movies with just a body count, and so we can actually do some more faceted and interesting final girls and people for the body count. I think there's place for both.
Yeah,
there should always be a place for the fun old school slasher.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I totally.
The girl that runs and trips and.
What the hell are you doing with high heels? They look cute.
The car that won't start.
The cell phone that you forgot to charge.
Yeah, or no bars. That stuff's all fine. I love that as much as anybody else. But
but there's a place, because it is sorely lacking. There are some areas where it's very sorely lacking, and that's a shame.
Yeah.
And because there's great stories to tell.
Upstairs instead of out the door.
Yeah, exactly. Or like leave the big group of friends.
Yeah.
Bye guys, there's a killer, but I'm gonna go this way. Or as Marty said, why don't they get out of the fucking house?
Was the movie I watched the other
Can you guys
night?
hear me now?
Yes.
Stage Fright.
Yes.
And the guy said, we need to all stick together. I'm like, what? This is a slasher movie? He said we gotta stick together.
No.
Confident people in a slasher movie?
Supposed to go off on your own in the middle of the night in the dark in the alley and get slashed by the killer.
Yes. Sorry about that, guys. My headset died.
Oh, you're
good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
it. It's okay, dude.
You're all good.
Good. Oh man. Yep. It lasted as long as they could, but gotta get a new pair.
It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Happens to the best of us. What's your favorite trope? Like your new trope that's something that we want.
Honestly, I kind of do like what the Slumber Party remake did of like, there initially you think, there's standard generic bimbo dumb characters who are just their horny teenager type characters, but then they reveal, oh no, we actually have like some more. We're just playing characters in order to trick people into thinking we're stupid, and like that's so we can easily exploit their weaknesses and stuff. I like that stuff. I love what Cherry Falls does. I think that's a really clever slasher parody because the only way to survive that one is to lose your virginity because the killer's going after the virgins. I thought that was really clever. I like.
I'd
like
be
that.
safe.
Yes, you would.
I do like when movies like they take the classic kind of virginal kind of good girl and you're like, oh, here's our main character, and they kill her off. Like I think I don't know. It's not the best remake, but the Friday the 13th remake, where you think your one is kind of the final girl, and just out of nowhere she just gets skewered, and you're like, oh, okay, that's clever.
Bye. Yeah,
takes you by surprise.
Like the ending is what fucking ruins that movie for me. But like, is there other movies where it's been like you think you think there's a final girl?
Subvert your expectations.
The one movie that kind of does that, it's an anthology film, but the last segment is a slasher parody that I think does it really funnily because the main character gets transported into a slasher movie and he's like, okay, so we gotta do all this. Okay, so you're the virgin, clearly, so I'm gonna follow you around, and then another character's to be, oh no, I'm actually the virgin here. And then he gets killed. I thought the Scare Package, that was the movie that did that. I thought that was kind of clever.
The one I was just talking about was a cool way, I thought, stage fright.
Yeah. The original or the remake?
It's going to be one girl, and then, when they're all climbing up the ladder, and the one girl doesn't help her up, and she falls down on the ground. Then everybody else dies, and then she wakes up. Oh, and now she's the final girl.
Yeah. I think that movie does it really clever too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the things I've been seeing lately, and whether it's good or bad, I'm seeing more mixed racial couples or same-sex couples in horror movies now. You know.
And I don't think there's a problem with any of that.
Yeah, I'm glad to, I even it's one of those things where like a lot of people complained about it with like the Wrong Turn reboot. I was like, that is not the problem with the Wrong Turn reboot.
No. Yeah, that was not a problem with the racial couple or the same-sex couple. That was not.
Yeah.
No.
It's like, if anything, that enhanced the story that it was from because there were a bunch of city folks getting put into the country out of their safe space.
Everything else was the problem with that movie.
Like I heard some people complain that was the reason why Wrong Turn reboot was bad, and I was like, that's the reason. No.
Guys, did you see the tone deaf kind of reporting on Halloween Kills?
Yes.
Michael Myers is homophobic.
Michael Myers is a homophobe.
Like, he kills everyone. If that's he kills everyone.
The one thing I am glad that happened because it led to one of my favorite things Don Mancini has ever said when he was talking about that on Twitter. He said, "Oh yeah, don't worry, that's something
you never see this in my franchise.
You won't see this in my franchise." And then that week's episode of Chucky had the great line where Chucky's going, "Oh yeah, it's fine. I have a gender fluid kid. It's okay."
And you accept it?
I
I'm not a monster.
I'm not a monster, Jake. That's another great example. I think the Chucky series is doing a lot of these ideas very well too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because when you have something like with Chucky and you have characters such as Jake and his friend. And they're just realizing that they're both gay. And I thought that was an interesting take because we never really seen that in the Chucky series. And of course, even though as bad as Seed of Chucky is, the fact that Chucky recognized that he has a gender fluid son.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty good.
Do you think that kind of catharsis as well for Mancini? Because like. For a long time, I think he had to hide his kind of.
Yeah, he was in the closet for most of the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, so do you think what he's doing with the two boys in this series is kind of catharsis, and it's kind of like
there's elements of it. He has admitted that Jake isn't fully, but it is kind of a full version of him as a kid too.
He talked about, and this kind of goes back to what you were saying, Marty, about how it's great when it's not forced. And they actually the scene where they kiss because everyone was going crazy about that scene, and the actor playing Jake asked Don, he goes, "Was that what your first kiss was like?" And he goes, "No," but he goes, "I think that's what everyone hopes their first kiss kiss was like, and it's very universal. No matter what your sexual orientation is, some of us didn't have that good of a first kiss, but that's what ideally everyone, no matter what your sexual orientation is, would love to happen. A very sweet, tender moment, and then it got a little bit more passionate when they figured out, okay, this is working here. You know, you got to remember, we all forget, but you know, the first time's a little scary. So it just was sweet, but it also really fed into the natural. It was believable. It wasn't like for the character. It wasn't doing it just to make a political point or anything or social commentary. It just the characters happen to be gay. You can kind of feel the authenticism as opposed to when they're just trying to score brownie points.
Always can. Like you always can feel when it's, especially if it's coming from like somebody coming from one of those communities and stuff. Like Don Mancini knows how to write a gay teenager, you know.
Yeah. Another thing I'm finding fascinating is that most of these people are not making the dumb decisions that we've seen before in our pictures.
There's two schools of thought on that, because like because I know when the Halloween Kills, when Lonnie, a lot of people said that was such a stupid thing when he goes in by himself.
It made sense for his character though.
But other people said when you're panicked, you don't think as clearly as you would when you're not under duress. So those can kind of get a pass sometimes, because people don't make the smartest decisions.
It's a case by case thing. Like
sometimes
I do know
people are actually dumb.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a case by case thing. Like with Lonnie and Halloween Kills, it bugged me because what bugged me about his death was I really wished we could have actually seen it, because it would have completed his arc of wanting to be seen by Michael Myers. You know, that was my that felt natural and fine, whereas as opposed to some other movies.
I just had heard some people say that was like so stupid. No one in their right mind would really do that, and I heard other people go, "Wait a minute, dude, it was a scary situation." And it's like you said, case by case, but it does feel like that we're getting a little bit more natural and authentic ways than back in the old days.
Because we're seeing the people making horror movies now grew up in the 80s and stuff, so they know, okay, this is what I liked about slasher movies, here's what I didn't like, I want to change this. They grew up with it, so they know how to do it.
Yeah, that's one of the things I actually find fascinating with horror pictures now. Even though, like, say, there's someone inside your house, even though that was okay, wasn't really fascinating, but I did like the diversity of the cast. I mean, even with Fear Street and that film and some other horror films I've been seeing, I'm seeing a much more diverse cast. It's like, wow, they're really starting to go with the modern times now. So I'm glad that they're doing that right now with slasher films.
It's a nice thing, and I think the stories are much more enriched by it because we're getting different perspectives than we would have back in the 80s or 90s.
Because you can have a smart slasher movie; it doesn't have to be campy and
you know, and it might mean something to someone.
A good horror movie.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You know,
I know with a movie that I love from the 90s, The Ugly, one of the reasons that's such a meaningful movie to me is because that was one of the first movies, horror or otherwise, that dealt with dyslexia. And that was kind of cool as someone who suffers from dyslexia. That was like, okay, I get this character on it. I can understand it. And it's nice to be represented. So I imagine that when it's gay kids and stuff, they've never really gotten to see it very often.
I've heard plenty of people say like how shocking it was with with a lot of movies, like, oh, wow, a character like me is actually on the screen and I don't have to project stuff. It's just outwardly stated with stuff, you know. That's really interesting and cool to see.
And I think we forget that sometimes these movies also speak to us because we can identify with certain characters, whatever they're going through. And it's nice to be represented sometimes in a way that's not
You know, it's not like how it's not like how it was for ages, where you had to really read in between the text and like, okay, I guess there's some elements of this character that are, you know, I could read it this way if I really pushed it, but it probably wasn't intended. You know.
Good point.
All right. Was there any other topics we were supposed to be going over, Sean? I think we covered everything.
I guess. I mean, I guess there's some other kind of B movies I'll mention, like a lot of the '80s ones, like the Linda Blair stuff, like Savage Streets and Shane's Heat and stuff. And,
that in Hell Night.
Hell Night.
Hell Night.
Hell Night.
Hell Night.
Yeah.
There's definitely some schlocky slasher movies like Slaughter High and
Yeah.
Don't Open Till Christmas.
Oh yeah.
All right. Was anybody else need to add anything?
I'm pretty good. You?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, covered a lot of ground.
We covered a lot of ground. What about you, Marty?
That's I like there's a whole lot of wonderful schlock out there for everyone, regardless if it's slasher, if it's monsters, if it's sci-fi, if it's revenge. It just I think that's something that's kind of lacking though, with the likes of Netflix, because there is some stuff that's trash that turns up on Netflix, but it's not kind of good trash.
They don't put
Yeah,
enough
it's
good
not,
trash.
it's not fun trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. What about the director I love that did Acrimony? Tyler Perry.
Perry?
There's that one that's super trashy.
Tyler Perry is the equivalent of like a modern day Roger Corman.
Oh my God, I love Tyler. And I don't like the funny ones,
Oh my
the
God.
Medeas or whatever.
His
But
comedies.
God, his Acrimony. Oh my God, that is such an. Marty, we have to do that for Trash Fire.
You guys should. If you want a good fucking comedy, watch Tyler Perry's dramas. They are hilarious.
They are.
They-
God,
they-
Acrimony.
Yeah, they can be hilarious. I can
Yes.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, the
All I can
battery
say is
thing.
I cannot
I
with those Medeas.
Oh,
I
no,
can't
it's
either.
not the
No,
Medeas.
not
His
the
comedies
Medeas.
are
Not the
terrible.
Medeas. No.
No,
He's
Tyler
got
Perry-
some other
there's
stuff that's
an
not-
animated show called The Boondocks that took it off really well. Every Tyler Perry movie, and it's like a guy arguing with his wife, and then he slaps her, then she slaps him, then they get back together again. Then Tyler Perry's character slides in a dress and goes, "Yes, we have a resolution," and it's like, what the fuck? And
that-
apparently, that's what Tyler Perry's movies are supposed to be like.
That's entirely what Tyler Perry's movies are, and they're amazingly terrible.
Oh, they're so good. I'm a fucking Tyler Perry fan. Like, I also hear he's an incredibly nice human being. And
Honestly, I've never thought about it till just now. He kind of is. I was joking now. He kind of is the modern day equivalent of Roger Corman. Holy shit.
yeah, he makes his Medea movies for money, but like his actual movies, they're crazy. They're off the wall. But oh my God,
Yeah, but the
Acrimony
thing
was
is,
one of my
guys,
most.
The thing is, guys, he can fucking act. I don't know if you know.
Yes,
this.
he
he's a
can.
good
He was
actor.
in Gone Girl. He was in
Yeah.
Gone Girl. He was really fucking good in Gone Girl.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I don't think he's a terrible director. He's not for everybody, but oh my God, I always get happy when I see one. Not his
I
comedies,
think
but
he knows he has an audience,
He
and he
does.
Yeah.
just caters to that audience.
Yeah.
yeah.
There was one I saw. I was like, this actually isn't all that bad. It was like a murder mystery kind of or something.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
like, this isn't really that bad. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's some of those they're not bad. The battery subplot in
yeah.
Acrimony.
Yeah, fucking Acrimony is a drama romance film about battery.
Monty, can I pose a question? Just
Go ahead.
if you don't mind. Okay, so has there ever been a VHS that tricked you? We were talking about VHS boxes, right?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's something I'm going to bring up in my project. But have you ever rented a VHS because the box looks awesome, but the movie was shite? Is there any that
Yes.
you can think of?
Oh, I'm trying to think. It's been a while because I'm pretty sure
Sorry.
there's been a few of the VHS that were the box looks enticing, but when you put it in the movie, it's like, what the hell?
Shite.
Yeah.
You got one.
I have one. I have one right the fuck here. Fucking
What is it?
Slash. So like you sit there like, oh, it's a killer scarecrow movie. No, it's not a killer scarecrow movie. It's a story about a rock band who get in a plane crash and
Yeah, because that's what this cover tells
because,
you.
like, they get into a plane crash and they slowly get picked off one by one by a bear in a cornfield. Like they get into a plane crash and they eventually they get hunted by a bear and eventually they end up in a cornfield. And then the last spoilers for Slash. And in the last you have the last two people. They like, oh, we beat the bear, we're alive, yay! And then some random dude in a scarecrow outfit gets off the perch and kills them, and that's the end of the movie. It is so bizarre.
Jesus.
Yeah, the cover's kind of cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cover's cool.
I guess they thought you were trying to trick people by saying that, there's a slasher film, but not realizing that, because it's still a bear, the bear does slash you to death.
It does slash them to death, I guess.
Yeah, so
So
that's the reason why. But it's like with most of the Wild Eye films, their cover art is great.
A lot
Yeah.
of them
The
are
cover
cool,
art,
yeah.
but the films,
They're garbage. Ooh. Not all of them.
Yeah.
In fairness,
Yeah,
not
no,
all
some
of
of
them.
them are pretty good. Some of them
No,
are
I
pretty
like
good,
some
but
Wild Eye
but the
stuff.
cover
Frozen
art,
Ground was really good.
Cold Ground was
Cold
great.
Ground.
Cold Ground was great. The Cat Sick Blues is great.
Yeah.
The Cat Sick Blues.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of all the VHS that I rent back in the day, I'm pretty sure that I was fooled by the cover. I just can't think of one off my head right now.
Graveyard Shift. Show the poster for Graveyard Shift.
Oh yeah, that was a cool one.
Yeah, that one always tricked me because it was such a cool poster and it was prominently displayed in the horror section.
And then it's
for a long
rats.
Time. Yeah,
It didn't look like it was gonna be, that type of movie.
Yeah, why is it rats?
I thought it was gonna be like
marsupial bat rat thing that lives in the. I still liked it. I like Brad Dorff's speech about.
Yeah. Oh, I liked it too,
Vietnam
but
and how
it's
the
just
Viet Cong were training the rats. I was like, what the fuck? Why isn't this movie about this character?
Yeah.
I remember two movies. One is called Exterminators. It was a Charles Band movie where like one guy is a mandroid on tracks. You're like, oh, cool! This is like fucking futuristic kind of fucking A-Team movie, and no, it's about a group of people that and it sounds cool, but it's about a bunch of time traveling mercenaries who have to fight cavemen and Neanderthals and fucking centurions and a ninja. I was like,
that sounds amazing.
Denise Crosby. Look, okay. The mandroid is in it for a small part, and that's pretty cool. You get Denise Crosby in the movie in a wet T-shirt for 90% of the movie, and you get a really cool ninja fight. But it wasn't all I hoped. The other one I saw was called Ghetto Blaster, where it has a double meaning. Where the guy's in the ghetto and he's got a ghetto blaster, and there's like a rocket coming out of a ghetto blaster. I'm like, fuck, I'm watching this. And he only uses the ghetto blaster once. He lets it be stolen and he blows up some guys, and it doesn't even kill him, it just scares him off. And he dresses as a clown on a motorbike, chasing
That
after
also
some
sounds
punk.
awesome.
That
also sounds awesome.
That actually sounds like a movie that me and my boy saw back in the day. I think it was called The Soldier. It actually starred the guy that was in Wise Guy. I think it was Kevin Wall. I can't remember what his name was.
Wise Guy.
It was supposed to be some action film, but the only action we saw was people getting shot up in the first 5 minutes of the film, and that was it.
Cool.
Oh, I thought of one more. It's for an entirely different reason. Creepshow 3.
Oh,
because I found it. I rented it from Hollywood Video. Actually, I was like, "There's a third Creepshow movie. Awesome!" I threw it on. Oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Little like 7 or 8 year old me just being like, "This is terrible." That was probably the biggest example of me getting excited for a movie and then just like, oh.
Well, what about yourself, Sean? Have you ever picked up a clunker because the covers look cool?
Yes, the one that immediately comes to mind that I thought was, oh my god, this looks so cool. Of course, I was just a little kid. The Video Dead.
Oh.
Then I brought it home, and that's exactly what it was, but it was bad.
The Video Dead.
And that has a cool cover with the zombie.
It does.
Isn't that a cool cover though? It's like,
yeah, it's
awesome.
art.
Yeah, no. I only know about that movie because of the combo pack with that and Terror Vision.
The Other Hell. It's not a bad movie.
The Nun movie?
Yeah, I love the Nun movie, but like it's weird, but it's awesome.
What about
I just want to talk about The Other Hell.
What about Hell Night?
Hell Night! Oh my god! So like it's cool. I like when little Jen saw that one, and she's like holding on for dear life at the gate, and it looks cool. And there's this foreboding mentioned haunted house in the background, and she's screaming ah! And I thought it looked really cool. And then I got on the movie. I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Fucking Linda Blair lied to me. Fucking bastards.
I
But
love
that
Val
was the
Knight.
best thing
Come
about the
on.
horror section. That was the best thing about the horror section, guys. Just looking
It
at all the
was.
VHS covers, and
Yes.
again
Oh, yeah.
going back to Netflix and stuff. That's what kids are missing out on. Like I just remember having memories
Yeah.
just looking through the horror section, like oh fucking like Primal Rage, shit movie, but there's a big scary fucking baboon on the cover. Like what the fuck? or like
I forgot about
there was
Primal
another
Rage.
one. Guys, maybe he can help me out. I'm trying to track down a movie. It's an anthology movie, and one of them is about a cop who has a snake that grows out of his shoulder because a voodoo priest
Fuck.
puts a curse in him.
You know
I
it.
know this movie. I've seen this movie. What is this title?
Yeah, the cover was cool because like the snake's coming out of his arm, and there's like a fucking nun with a chainsaw, and there's like all kinds of other crazy shit. And there was another one. What's the one? Maniac something. Or some kind of maniac. Basically, this girl reads a book, and a serial killer comes out of the book, but because she puts it into a special chest. It's kind of like Indian in the cupboard, except with books. But she puts another book in with a fucking hellhound, and the hellhound comes out and starts killing people. But luckily for her, the hellhound from that book kills the serial killer from the other book. And that was an okay movie, but the cover was way cooler. Sorry,
That's a cool
I went
movie.
on a tangent.
I want to watch that movie,
He had me when it's like Indian in the cupboard.
but with a serial killer.
Books.
Yeah,
Book.
I love
Oh
that.
man!
I'd watch that.
That's charming.
All right. Anything else?
I can't think of
I
anything.
think we's good.
I think we.
I
We
think
is
that's
good, guys.
I just had to mention my favorite B movie of all time, Revenge of the Ninja.
Oh yeah, I love that one. I love
that fucking
all
movie.
three of the ninja films.
Ninja 3, The Domination.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one really goes.
she
jumps the
literally
shark,
tries
though.
to exorcise the demon out of her. That's fucking genius. That's pure fucking genius.
And one
Trying to
and two.
exercise.
And one and two.
No, not fucking tubular bells exercise. Literally fucking exercise the living shit out of her.
Yeah,
to get the
literally.
shit out.
So good. Oh God, would be my
Gotta love the ghost ninja.
Yeah.
Was
Ooh,
actually
probably
Sean,
my favorite.
Shokazuki in that movie as well.
Yeah,
I
even
think-
all
yes,
even
he's in
all,
all of
In
even
all
all
three of
three.
them, yeah.
If you get a chance, check out a TV series with Lee Van Cleef called The Master.
The
Master.
Master,
Fucking
yeah, I
awesome.
watched it when I was a kid. I loved it. I watched it every week. I'm like, I can't wait for the Master.
Yay, the Master. Oh God.
Demi Moore showed up in it.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like that Lee Van Cleef. It was fun.
Oh, Lee Van
Joe
Cleef was
Kazuki
great.
was badass, man.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think they were trying to revive kung fu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But he'd always be like Sho Kazuki's character would always show up out of nowhere. He'd be like hanging on the ceiling or something. Like,
Yep.
where's this guy coming from?
I think he's trying to get his 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, fucking YouTuber nowadays. Hey, check out this extreme prank video. The fucking ninja.
And
I
ring the
don't know
bell.
Get down from there.
Rage Rotter, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's kind of rough, but
All right. All right, everyone. It looks like we have had another very successful live feed here on the Horror Hangout show. And of course, what I always do is I want to see what other projects do we have coming up. So, Jen and Kristen, this is your chance to shrill about your upcoming projects.
Let's see. We have we're going to be doing another episode of Chucky this week. We probably tomorrow we're gonna do our this week's episode for Tales from the Crypts because we're a little behind
Yeah,
on that.
we've been behind because personal things came up, but
And-
we're getting back to it.
Yeah, and we'll probably have a couple. I know you wanted to review a few.
Oh yeah,
movies.
there are a couple things that we might be returning to a cornfield for Thanksgiving for a movie.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yay, corn!
And we're also going to be having a
Ross,
Black
get forever.
Friday special. We're also having a Black Friday special. We're going to be reviewing The Intruder from 1980.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's what we're up to for this month.
And we'll also be on with Marty and Ethel and Trenchy on 13 Originals tomorrow for talking Star Trek.
Yep.
So
And you guys have
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to
Original,
check that out.
original next generation.
All of
Voyager?
it.
Check
All
me,
of it.
baby.
The whole shebang.
yeah, the whole thing. Oh, and Marty and I will be doing Trash Fire next Saturday. It's Marty's pick.
All right,
It's gonna be
what's going on with you, Sean?
Well, I kind of burned myself out making that Dark Fate video
I hear
there.
you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think October kind of burned all of us out.
Yeah.
I know,
all
yeah.
of them.
Everyone.
Everyone burnt
Yeah.
themselves.
He still owes me $40, Sean. I
Yeah.
want my $40 back.
Yeah.
That's calling me pathetic.
You might have
what's-
to wait till next Halloween.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's with interest.
Who knows,
But
maybe,
yeah, I'm
you
gonna
know,
do some. I want to do the top 10 Argento movies.
Ooh, that'll be good.
That'll be a
Yeah.
good topic.
Nice.
That's a fun topic.
All right, what's going on with you, Marty?
I'm currently working on a project called VHS Memories, an ode to video store. You yourself have kindly contributed already. Really cool segment. I'm looking forward to putting that in. Essentially, I am doing a little kind of mini kind of documentary on people's fond memories and experiences of their local VHS stores. Like strange movies they rented. Maybe they rented them, as I was saying earlier on, maybe you rented a movie and it was a clunker because you thought the box looked cool. Maybe there was some weirdo at the act worked at the store. Maybe there was just something like you had a movie you rented over and over again, and it was kind of like your kind of comfort food. Any kind of pleasant memories at all, send them to me. 5 to 10 minutes. Upload them, unlist it, link it to me. I'll download it and I'll cobble it together. And the deadline is the 2nd of December, and I hope to have it out roughly between the 10th or the 15th of December, just before Christmas. So yeah, anyone and everyone, YouTuber, big or small, you're welcome to contribute.
Okay. And of course, I just put up my review of Night Teeth from Netflix. That review is up right now. I should have my review of Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon.
No,
That'll
that is
be
coming out.
hopefully by Wednesday. Try to get it up before Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Ooh, I forgot that was out.
that's
Oh,
the Four Non Blondes,
yes,
right, guys?
yes,
That
yes,
did
it
the
is.
song.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
have you seen it, Monty?
No, I'm seeing it Tuesday.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
So I guess you, Christian and Marty, are gonna have to do y'all's thing too on
We'll
it.
see. We'll see. Yeah,
You're not getting out of
we'll
this.
see.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
I'm
Well,
curious about it. Believe
Yeah,
it or
let-
not, I'm a fan of the movies.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know.
Well, this is Dan. He is a. I actually saw him do a collaboration with Trev from Trivia TV.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Trivia TV.
Yeah,
He
Triv's
has his
funny.
channel. Yeah, Trib. He's pretty good. Jen and Kristen is called Jen Reviews from the Grave. Sean Patrick Urshan is the Horror Corner, and Marty is the Trash Picture Show. So yeah. So all you got to do is search for their channels, and you'll be able to find them for you, Dan. Just so that way you'll be able to check out all our channels. But everyone else in the chat, I hope you enjoyed the live stream once again. Check us back out next month. And of course, for all you guys out in the chat, please have a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Happy
Happy
Turkey Day.
Thanksgiving.
Unless you're Canadian, which you've
Nope.
already had Thanksgiving.
No corn.
Yeah.
Turkey Day. Oh, I get to put out my
Yeah.
turkeys. I get to put out. I didn't get plates. I need
Everyone
turkey
remember, gobble gobble. It's turkey time.
plates. Oh, God
Christian,
damn
right.
you cooking
Every-
again this time?
Yes, I always am cooking.
I love that everyone
I'm
knows.
always the one cooking.
That's
Never
right.
again.
Don't you ever
Well,
cook,
why do
Jim?
I see cheese sandwiches in my future? Why do I see so many fucking cheese sandwiches in my future?
Yeah. Yeah.
Marty, you got to teach Jen how
He's
to
gonna
cook.
get some PB&J with the crust cut off.
Exactly. And I'll get those heart-shaped cookie cutters and do them in hearts when I'm feeling
Ooh.
fancy.
Are you going to leave me any fucking bread to eat? Jesus Christ, woman.
All right, y'all in the chat, everyone have a good night, and always remember that horror rules.
Peace out, guys.